my channel. Today we're doing another Dun Dun anime review. And today we're doing an anime review on Hidan no Aria, or in English, Aria the Scarlet Ammo. Sit back and relax and let's get started. In response to the worsening crime rate, Japan creates Tokyo Butei High School, an elite academy where Bitu, an armed detective, hones their deadly skills in hopes of becoming mercenaries-like agents of justice. On one particular day, Bizu is Kanji Tonomani, him right there, an antisocial and curt sophomore dropout who was once a student of the Combat Certified Assault Division. Kanji now lives the life of a leader studying logistics in order to cover up his powerful but embarrassing special abilities. However, his peaceful days soon come to an end when he becomes the target of the infamous but no killer, and runs into an emotional hurricane outspoken party to the highest rank, Aria Holmes Kazune, who saves Kinjin's life and demands that he becomes her partner after seeing what he is truly capable of. Mind you, there is a spin-off sequel to this, and a side story called Hidan no Aria Bitu ga Kinin Onsen Kishun, and then Hidan no Aria AA. So basically like 3 seasons of them, but they're all broken up. They don't have much of a strong episode period. They have about 12 episodes. It began airing April 15th, 2011 to January 1st, 2011. It is based off the Funimation license. It was based off a light novel first, and is considered action, comedy, romance, and school life drama, or just school life in general. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode and is rated PG-13 due to the high violence of guns and violence and everything else. But let's get started. Yeah, this is the assassin. Well, this is a girl that's basically Says, and these are the other supporting characters, but we'll get into them just a little bit later. I want to slowly focus on the immense elite international martial art organization trains its member at a high school level. That's right. In this world, international treaties on child labor are unheard of, and hundreds of parents see no issue with sending their children to a school where they can use firearms. It's not only commonplace but required. Furthermore, the students of Tokyo Butei High, quite unlikely mostly high school, or the classes most by whom, by the time they graduate, roll around, have yet to master the delicate art of pissing straight performance incredibly well in this environment. Oh, but not just about the coursework you have to worry about, but each of these students, as you see here, scrolling down, each of these students, and I mean students, sorry guys, and I mean students, well, they've applied their lessons to real life when they're targeted by the killer. A criminal who sent high-speed sequence murder puzzles after the teenager students. This individual is yet to be apprehended. As a BU graduate and all the law enforcement agents had better things to do rather than with a serial criminal with a rigidly defined MO who regularly targets minors and endangers civilians in the process. Yep. When first watching the anime, I had issues with suspending my belief, but if it really had been so hard to age of the cast for 4 or 5 years to college age, the plot would remain practically untouched and really goes nowhere to go but up. But I disagree. The rest of the plot involves a lot of looking at girls' underwear, whether or not it's on their bodies or off, and some nonsense about Sherlock Holmes and other fictional characters, and at least one out of place historical figure that is astoundingly mind-numbing stupid that I have no words for it. Aspiring writers, don't always stick with the first idea you get. Just because it's usually righteous, fucking ridiculous. The animators seem to stumble over the character design, despite the fact that they are not terribly complex. Characters are frequently off-model, and their movements are stiff and awkward. The hair moves bizarrely, even by anime standards. And whatever. But when distributed, jumps up suddenly at an odd angle and waves around while jumping back into place. That works much the same way. In between are practically non-existent, leading to movement that looks like jumpy cardboard rather than a fluid transition from one position to the next. Furthermore, all of JT's staff, Regis Productions, had this weird kind of Gungus blur layer over each frame, making the outlines very blurry and subdued. The animation is awful, per se, but it's mediocre at best. I don't have that much to say on the show's score. It's boring, the themes are fast-paced but forgettable and generic, while most of the background music kind of blurs together. The purpose of the soundtrack is emotional response and sets the mood for a scene, with Aria's music in particular just kind of there, and because they had it, like, way too much money and thought it'd be cool to buy a composer. The vocal work as well, you know you're what you're getting, basically. Rei Kumai puts sort of performance she's famous for Jin Maje, forgettable harm lead, and the rest of the cast could also place his own and be able to tell the difference. The real beauty of Aria, the most bitter, sarcastic, miserable character in a way, lies in this true emotional character. Aria Kaze is evil. I mean it. She's kind of sedated and childless evil, unfeathered by the cautious tryhard some authors exhibit when writing adults. She is rotten to the core. She is spoiled, murderous, violent, infinitely selfish, and utterly loathsome. If she was the antagonist, I might have been given this show a positive review. I'd be forced to tip my hat to the author, so skilled at manipulating his readers that he can craft a character that summons up such intimate disaster in everyone. I'm not a violent person, but I said she needs a bit of discipline in the forms of high-speed baseball bat to the mouth. But she's not the antagonist. She's not even as easily overlooked secondary character. Her name's in the title, and as we're supposed to love her, we're supposed to pile up our disposable income on Blu-rays and posters bearing her visuals or models or likeness to sit precariously upon her sleeves. And then we can steal a peek at her plastic panties. No. Aria is really the lowest the Cinderella phenomenons can go. I don't have any against Cinderella, really. It is in fact when she's written carefully and realistically, there are some of my favorite characters. Aria is not a Cinderella. She's a psychopath and a bully. She is hysterical, she's a caprice, and she's downright mean. She's everything that might lead a man, where he's so inclined to roll his eye and scoff and say, "Woman, am I right?" What a good send you into my next point. I am not mad at Aria because she's a fictional character. That'd be silly. I am mad, however, frontally so at the author has written a character who believes to be a sympathetic woman. The audience is supposed to, watch her temper tantrums and violent fits the same way we might watch an angry child, despite the fact that Aria is more old enough to know better. Her fits of rage aren't horrifying, they're cute. This sort of behavior is just the thing the author and he perceives his audience expects out of a woman. Now, with that being said, the Aria's temper and by extension the exceedingly childish behavior of the rest of the female cast is just author's clumsiest way of trying to write realistic flawed characters. People aren't perfect after all, and violent temperamental women and men do exist. I'm not stupid, and hopefully neither are you. The artist's intended matter targets audience matters. The most moe phenomenon matters. Japanese society and its own view on women's matters. The content matters. Look, I'm not saying that you're a bad person if you enjoy Hidan Aria. Do what makes you happy. I'm not saying that you're a bad person if anything. If you enjoy a fiction character that carries out some unfortunate implications in its own characteristics, like a woman, people of color, or any minority. It is possible for a story that otherwise well written to stumble a bit when it comes to political correctness. But it implies treating other people like human beings should be done out of obligation and not common sense. And this is okay as long as it is discussed. And I'm not trying to take away from your titty anime. There are plenty of those shows that reward the viewers with gratification of unmentionables while at the same time sporting a cast of realistic, reliable, and well-written female characters. In fact, if Hidan Aria was a good show that would happen to have a horrible female lead, I might not mention it. Well, maybe in passing, but Hidan Aria is bad, and I hate it. And writing this and saying this review feels like a weight off my shoulder after nearly 5 hours wasted on this garbage. So I will mention it, and I did, and now I think I am done with this review. I would give this a 6.9 out of 10, and if they tried to redo it and rewrite these female characters, I might reconsider it. But until then, thank you for joining this interview of Aria the Scarlet Elmo, or in Japanese, Hidan Aria. I will see you real soon for another anime review, and I'll see you next time. Bye!